Ladies and gentlemen, this is WAAO TV, we are all one. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you about the lie we live and the hidden truth. So I came up with this truth that was shown to me through meditation and through feeling. And this is a very important thing that it can break through the illusion we live in this world. And I'm gonna be brief. I'm gonna not make a very long video for you to don't be boring, so that you can absorb this new information in this new year and start fresh and become your greatest version of yourself. And the secret behind of this illusion is, I have to explain you a little bit about how this really works. So I changed my life since not long ago, less than 2 years ago, and I'm now fully aware of my spiritual process. And as you already know, we are not only physical beings. That's why you can dream and everything else, and some things manifest in our lives because we are more than our physical bodies. And what we are is, we are a physical being, then we are a mental being, and then we are a spiritual being. This is the life process, the Trinity life force, okay? When you combine these three, you can start to live your life. But there's one thing. There's a truth behind that even the spiritual beings, they cannot express quietly through themselves this new reality. This is not only the combination by themselves, but also the perception of themselves. Because my transformation in this life process, when I combined these three, was also to know all the secrets behind this illusion, okay, we live. And what happened is I evolved my being through a process of knowledge behind all the secrets and the lies and the illusions and everything in this dimension that allowed me to break through the illusion we live through knowledge. And at the same time, I was evolving also spiritually through meditation. But the knowledge went way beyond the meditation. Also, of course, without meditation I would not achieve the same process. But it went way beyond, too fast, that allowed me to break through the illusion we live in this third dimension. So, what I'm telling you here is that the truth behind the illusion we live is that all is made by dimensions, and the system make us believe that this is the real world, but this is not the real world. The real world starts in the fifth dimension. What I mean by this is very simple. We are made of dimensions, okay? Even the food, drink we eat, it belongs to the second dimension. Water belongs to the first dimension, because even microorganisms absorbs water. So they are in a lower dimension. Doesn't mean that they are lower than us, but they are in this dimension of perception, and that's why water is allowed to them, because they are on this dimension. So water is the first element which combines everything. So that's why it's in the first dimension. Food comes in the second dimension. Even plants, they are on the second dimension. We, as a physical beings, in this perception, in this world, we are on the third dimension. Fourth dimension is when you are dreaming. But there's one thing. Even the third dimension, there's the yin yang, the negative and the positive. There's always the separation between these energy, or you are this or you are this, but you can be one, combined. But this combination will not give you the perfect life. So that's what a lot of people, spiritual beings, whatever, scientists, they don't tell you this truth. Because the truth is that you can never live a perfect life in this dimension. Even if you say, yeah, but I have the perfect life, I am very rich, I'm very powerful, I'm multimillionaire, this doesn't mean that you are in the perfect life, because you're gonna die. There's one day you're gonna die, you're gonna finish your body. So what I mean the perfect life is to be Christ consciousness. To be Christ consciousness is to surpass the Christ consciousness field of energy. What I mean by this is that, for example, when you are dreaming, you are on the fourth density, they call, but I prefer to call fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is the portal between the third dimension and the fifth dimension. It exists for you to experience, while you are on the third dimension perception, for you to experience something from outer body experience, which you can choose if you want the lower vibration of the fourth dimension or the higher vibration of the fourth dimension. The higher vibration will transport you to the fifth dimension if you are with the right perception, if you know who you really are on the way you want to go. Because if you are not careful, you can stay on the lower vibration of the fourth dimension, and that is where most of the people reside. Even the Illuminati and everything, they are on the lower vibration of the fourth dimension. That's why there's black magician and all this. They are residing on the lower vibration. You can manifest many things, but you are not using your true self-love power. So you are using lower vibration energy to emit who you are and not who you truly are. And who you truly are starts on the fifth dimension. So in order to cross this vibration, you need the three principles of the Trinity. That is the Trinity life force. That is unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness, and unconditional acceptance. I know this could be insane. How I can accept everything, how I can love everything, how I can forgive everything. Yes, this is the Christ consciousness love. I know that in the third dimension, perfection doesn't exist. So, of course, this Trinity will never be as perfect as you can realize it. But it is the principles that will take you to the fifth dimension. That's where life really starts, in the fifth dimension. And I'm gonna explain you why. Stay tuned. It's very simple. Our higher self resides on the subconsciousness. They say subconscious mind you can access without the cross dimensions and all of this is bullshit. Because if you touch the subconscious mind without being in the fifth dimension, you are allowing the lower vibration of the fourth dimension to come in your life. So that's what black magicians and all this black energy are into it, okay? So you have to be very careful, and you have to know who you truly are. And in order to know who you truly are and to live a perfect life, you have to start your life by the fifth dimension. So the third dimension exists for you to know what life is all about. Because if you're born already on the fifth dimension, because you already did in past lives, past regression lives, or you're gonna be in future lives, all combined in the present moment of now, if we are here on this third dimension, it's for us to remember something that we have forgotten. And this remembering is to know what life is all about without using our true self-power. So if we are born already on the fifth dimension, in the bed of the baby, I don't know how is it called in English. If you are born there already in the fifth dimension, it's the same like you are born already in a multi-millionaire house. So you never gonna give the same value to the homeless, to the poor people, because you don't know what is to be poor. So if we are here on this third dimension, is to learn how is to be, how is to love somebody, how is to forgive somebody, how is to accept somebody without our true most self-power that resides within us, for us to test, to see ourselves as a poor beings, knowing the basics, okay? And by remembering this, it allows you to go to the fifth dimension and start really your life for real, okay? So this is all about, this is what is all about. We are here to remember who we really are without knowing who we truly are. So once you get to know to accept the basics of life in this illusion, then you are allowed to go to the fifth dimension and then look backwards and say, okay, now I know what it's all about. I respect all this. I respect my evolution and the process. And this is the process of life. So the fifth dimension, it's not what you think it is. Fifth dimension is the starting of life. What I mean by starting the life is that is where your higher self resides. The higher self has all the information you ever imagine about all the lifetimes you already have and are having till now. So imagine, our body was built to have all the information. That's why scientists cannot know more than 10% of what our brains have inside, because it is made for have all the information of all lifetimes in one life. So that means our body is a perfection itself. So you cannot see this perfection in this third dimension. You can only see it from the fifth dimension. That's where you are one with your higher self. Your higher self is just awaiting you in this dimension, because he cannot come lower, because afterwards he can lose himself in the fourth dimension, and that he doesn't want. He doesn't wish that, because that's where the minimum base place he can be. That is the fifth dimension. It is meant for us to go to the fifth dimension. That's our ascension. That's why we are here to ascend and not to descend. So we are to ascend to the fifth dimension, and he's awaiting he's waiting us there in order to connect with us as one, and then continues to the rainbow bodies and everything like Christ consciousness did. He could disappear from this dimension that we perceived with his body, and he exists everywhere right now. So he surpassed all the dimensions could ever exist, and is still going and going and going, because this is infinite process. But let's not go so far, because we need the basics. And the basics is that life starts in the fifth dimension. So higher self, he has all the information needed for you to ascend to the highest dimensions ever existed. And you know why? Because he is you in evolved being, because he is a multidimensional being awaiting you to give you all the answers you need in the fifth dimension. So how to achieve this fifth dimension without touching the lower vibration of the fourth dimension? Me, I didn't still arrive on the fifth dimension, but I have the perception of the fifth dimension. So like, I know I'm accepting unconditionally, I'm accepting, I'm forgiving unconditionally, and I'm loving unconditionally with all my intuition, my power that I can offer right now. And I do daily meditation, and this daily meditation I am doing since 2 years ago already. And what I may experience since 1 year already is that through meditation there's a moment right now. Before it was a long time to achieve this this moment, but now it's more often and it comes more quick. So after 15 minutes I start to perceive this. What happens is I can see through my eyelids. You imagine, I close my eyes, I start meditation, and after 15 minutes, like my perception is, because I'm listening music that I make by myself in the LOKOS TV Trinity Life Force channel YouTube. You can pass over there and check out. It's very cool music. And I start to, it comes like, it's when you activate the camera, the one specific lens to see a night shot or to see through the night, it comes this zzz, and then I start to see through my eyelids. In the beginning I was like, hey, I have the eyes closed, how I can see? So this is a power that there's a few beings making this, but it's not well experienced because it's a new thing. Most of the people experience OB, astral projection, astral travel, and all these things, lucid dreaming. And this is a different thing, because lucid dreaming and astral projection and everything, you can experience out-of-body experience, but not with the time of now. And this is allowing me to be in the 4th dimension, starting, because this will take me also to the 5th dimension if I'm ascending. So this is a technique that is, it is a power, a will power, that is manifesting on me, and it's like a child, it's like a plant, it has to grow. So I'm growing this, and this will allow me to enter the 5th dimension. I'm very sure of that. And most of the people, this is allowing me to experience the time of now. So I can have the perception of what's happening right now here, and I'm projecting myself in another dimension, that is 4th dimension, where I am in the same place but experience another higher dimension of what is right now. And I know this is a very a process that if I continue, I will arrive there. And this is what I encourage you to do it, because meditation is one of the only techniques which works on everyone. And even a child can start to meditate at 5 years old. And if you don't like to exercise or something, yoga or this, it's one of the most basic stuffs we do, because even by sleeping, we are already meditating, but we are unconscious. And when we lucid dreaming, then we are conscious, active. And meditation is a consciousness, activeness of meditation. So it's one of the ways to achieve any state of being you want as a deepest desire. And this is the tip and the secret I let you, because most of the people don't share, or they are confused about, and they don't know how to express themselves exactly in this point of view. But I could catch this perception through my daily meditation and through my music production of spiritual music and all these stuffs, and the perception of life and the basics. It puts me into a higher vibration field, which I start to receive these answers, because these answers come from the higher self. Now imagine if you touch him and speak with him like in astral projection mode. You're gonna have all the answers for your questions, and you know how your life could, you can know how to hack completely your life. So you can touch your DNA and revert the life process, aging, and you can make almost anything. Like, I know you can make anything and you can start a perfect life, but as I'm still not there, I don't know, I cannot tell you everything, but I know that is one of the most wonderful experiences you can ever experience, because all you have experienced till now, it's nothing when you compare to the 5th dimension. And there's only a few beings arriving there, because let me tell you something, money resides only in the 3rd dimension. Many people stay stuck in the 4th dimension because of money. So it's okay for you to have money and everything, succeed, but once you enter the 5th dimension, there's no more money. You don't need it, because you will manifest anytime. So you can see through the illusion of money, you can see through the illusion of love here, through the illusion of everything. So you can manifest your state of being instantaneously through your thought. Your feeling will provoke the thought, and your thought will become reality instantaneously. So imagine your thought become reality instantaneous. So it's like you don't need 75% of the things that we have, and we are struggling to have it on this 3rd dimension. It's a fucking illusion, man. Really, it's a very fucking illusion we live. So once you know this, and you start to feel in entering the fifth dimension, you can be very sure that many things will change for the better, and most of the things you are needing right now, you will become the internet itself. You will become telepathic, so you can send message at the speed of light through your thought to somebody and make him know that he has received from you this message. So you don't need computers, you don't need cell phones, you don't need nothing of the technology, because you will be the highest technology ever. You're going to be the highest supreme being ever, and you're going to be the life hacking supreme, and everything else you will be this. So everything you think you will become. So this is the fifth dimension. Welcome to the real world. See you. This is WAAO TV. We are all one. Subscribe and go to Trinity Life Force LOKOS TV. This is my other channel of the music, and follow, and in order for I can continue to share my videos, because I make my life through YouTube and I want to share all my knowledge and my experience to you. Okay, so we are all one. See you.